Luis, Aaron mentioned he thought maybe your stuff was a little flat tonight. How did you feel about the way you threw?
Tal vez no la mejor salida. Dirigente mencionó que tal vez la calidad de los picheos, pero ¿cómo tuviste tu salida?
Bueno, la salida fue, tú sabes, y no como queríamos, ¿sabes? Pero sí hice un buen plan, tú sabes. El plan no me resultó como queríamos, pero fue ahí entre dos, batallamos por lo menos.
Yeah, definitely not the outing we wanted. Not the result we wanted at all. That being said, I think we had a really good plan of attack tonight. But obviously, not the results we wanted there.
Two solo shots, Guerrero and Kirk. Just what makes this lineup so difficult the Blue Jays lineup so difficult to navigate through?
Tú sabes, dos honrones solitarios, que una de las cosas que hace que esta alineación sea difícil de enfrentar.
Bueno, uno trata de hacer, tú sabes, unos buenos picheos. Ellos tienen un bate en la mano, ¿sabes? Ellos también hacen ajustes. La calidad de los picheos, ¿sabes? Traté de hacer lo mejor porque esto es un juego importante para nosotros y no salió como queríamos, pero mañana es otro día y yo confío en los muchachos.
Yeah, definitely. You wanna execute pitches against this lineup. At the same time, they're big league hitters. They're there to swing the bat, and they were able to do that tonight. But I think I have full confidence in my teammates, and I know we're going to come back strong tomorrow.
Do you expect Boone to get you there in that third inning?
Esperaba que te sacaran en ese momento, en ese tercero inning, con la cantidad de picheo que tenía en ese momento.
Bueno, no esperaba, porque yo quiero tirar, tú sabes, mucho picheo, pero él es el manager, tú sabes, él que toma decisiones y esto es un juego de playoff, tú sabes, lo mejor, él tiene que hacer lo mejor siempre.
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting that, but at the same time, when he's the manager, he makes those calls. This is a playoff game, a little different from the regular season, and we just got to keep battling.
The pitch to Vladdy, I think it was a change-up. Was that a location issue or just a good swing, or what do you think of that?
Ese turno contra Vladdy, creo que el picheo fue un cambio. Tal vez quería localizar mejor ese cambio. ¿Qué pasó en la ejecutación de ese picheo?
Bueno, el cambio era, tú sabes, para abajo, pero se me quedó y él hizo un buen contacto.
Yeah, we're trying to go down with that change-up, and I left it up in the zone and he made good contact there.
Why do you think your stuff maybe hasn't quite been there so far this postseason?
Yeah, the results haven't been good. There's been a lot of internal factors. I don't want to get too crazy into it, but there's been adjustments I've had to make based off of things that people are seeing, and it just hasn't really lined up. It's been pretty late in the adjustment period, and it's just not lining up out there. I don't really feel like myself. I don't feel like my mind is completely clear to go out there and attack. I do feel physically strong. I do feel mentally strong overall. I just think there's just some factors that are building up, and they're just not. I'm just not executing at the clip I want to.
So when you say pretty late in the adjustment period, you mean you've been doing this, thinking about this for a while, or more recent?
More recent.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Are you talking about mechanics? Or
just and if I'm giving things away, if I'm doing things out of the ordinary that people are picking up on, again, I don't want to get to the depths of it. It's just about trying to make adjustments, and they're just happening pretty late, and it's become a lot. And so ultimately, I'm at a point where I'm just full send, and none of that's going to matter anymore. So I'm going to be what I think is best for me, and I'm gonna go out there and attack the way I need to do.
Do you feel like you can get back to your old self yet this postseason, Luke?
No, absolutely. I mean, I feel like I'm close. I feel like I'm competitive. I feel like, in the first outing, competitive walk, and then, a couple of singles, or one I guess was a double. But tonight, same thing. I don't feel like I'm getting hit hard. Guys are finding some holes. I'm leading off with the first guy with a walk, which is kind of creating momentum in the wrong direction. Tonight I just felt late in the adjustments I was making. I wasn't on time, and ultimately it just kind of kept some of those changes up in the zone where they were able to kind of get some lift to it and I guess roll over through the hole. So, yeah, I think baseball seems to be overwhelming a bit at the moment when the results aren't on your side. But it's really, I don't walk away from these outings trying to be too hard on myself, because ultimately I feel like I'm really close and I feel like I'm not giving up balls out of the yard. I'm not getting really hard contact. It's just, comes down to pitch selection, execution, and, relying on our guys in the field to make big plays.
What's the mindset of the team right now when it's one loss, but it's a blowout loss, and you guys have had a lot of losses in this stadium this year?
Yeah, I think it's early in the series, right? It's game one. We have a lot of games to play. We expect to do our job to push it all the way to what helps achieve it for us. Yeah, it's a great environment. It's a tough environment. They know what they're doing. They're a great team. We're a great team. When we're clicking and we're all doing our job, especially myself, we compete with anybody in the world. So ultimately, it's about flushing it. You let this one go, and you make those micro adjustments, whatever it is, individually, and you keep the confidence.
Do you think they may have been picking up on any of your tips tonight?
It was pretty short out there, so I can't attest to that. I would be doubtful to that, just based on adjustments being made, but ultimately we gotta just get people out.
Did somebody internally come to you and say that you were tipping and you needed to change?
Again, Joel, I don't really know the depths of when I want to speak on it. I just, there's a feeling out there. There's things that you're seeing. There's adjustments being made. There's things that I can feel in what I'm doing that could be giving things. And so ultimately, I just got to be tidy, clean, and go out there and give myself the best chance. But ultimately, too, you got to keep your brain clean and clear, and you got to be able to execute at a clip that the moment's already big, and you don't need more things stacking up on your plate.
How tough is it to go through this at this time when you've had two really good years here now, the biggest games, and you're really struggling?
Yeah, it's quite a question for sure. Bad timing. I'm not going to just allow two outings to dictate my time here. You can certainly say what you like, but ultimately, I feel confident in our team. I feel confident in myself. Like I said, it's not like I'm throwing 93. I'm throwing 97. It's coming out really good. I'll make the adjustments. I'll do it. I'll leave everything out on the field. It won't be a matter of trying. It won't be a matter of allowing myself to roll over. I'll compete with anybody in this entire world, and at the end of the day, I'll die trying.
With the tipping, have you ever dealt with it to this extent before? It's the first time you've really dealt with it?
No, never really dealt with it. It's not really been something that I've had to worry about. And again, I don't want to make this a thing. It's just those are some of the factors of adjustments and just trying to power through it and find a way to get it done. So just got to stay confident.
Aaron, what was it about the Jays pitching staff today, Gosman starting things off, that really seemed to have this offensive number?
He just got a lot of weak contact. He's making pitches when he needed to. I feel like guys are putting the ball in play, but just not getting, kind of stringing a couple hits together and kind of getting those big swings when we needed them. Now we did a good job making pitches when we needed to. We had a stressful inning there late, but only could scratch, one run in there with a little RBI walk. But just Gosman did his job tonight.
That at bat there in the sixth inning with the bases loaded, looking back on it, do you think that could have been ball four?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think you guys all saw that.
The final score was big there, obviously, but it was a 2-1 game for 6 innings. How deflating is it for you guys just not getting that one big hit with the bases loaded to pop it open a little?
Yeah, we had an opportunity. No outs, bases loaded. Thankfully, Belly got that walk, get the RBI in, and then couldn't really get anything after that. But I like our chances. We got to keep getting those opportunities, and we're going to come through when we need to.
Aaron, appreciating that he has one of the best splits in the sport, is he executing a pitch well there, or are you a little over anxious trying to get something done?
I wouldn't say over anxious. We took some. You saw the whole at bat. Definitely took some tough pitches, but in the end, I didn't get the job done. So I think that's what it comes down to, is just not doing the job.
What's the mindset of the team now? It's one loss. It's best of 5. You guys have lost a lot of games here. I know you're confident. What's the mindset?
The same as it's been all year. You guys kind of asked us the same thing after the wild card series, so we're going to keep the same mindset we've had all year. You know, keep focusing on today. You know, this game's over with. Got out of hand. Couldn't come back, but you know, we got a big game coming up tomorrow, and just take care of business.
When those were going through fastball and splitter, very similar spot. At what point are you having to decide as a hitter which is it's going to be? How challenging is it?
That's why he's been in this game for a long time and had a lot of success. You know, it's his bread and butter. But
is there a little bit of guesswork prior to the pitch?
no, you got to react. That's what this game is about, reacting. You can't really guess. You can sometimes guess if you want, but no, you just got to react, go out there, do your thing.
Luke's had some great outings the last couple of years here. A lot of them struggled in playoffs so far. When a guy's going through something like that, do you talk to him at all to keep him up at all? Is there anything you do?
Yeah, we got a lot of guys that are, you know, talk to him. You know, he's a big part of this team, big part of this bullpen. You know, he helped us get to this point in the season, and you know, he's going to have a lot of big moments for us in this postseason. I know it's still early. Things haven't gone his way, but everybody in this room has confidence in him to go out there and do his job. And he's been a special piece of this team since he came over here. So you know, he's one of the guys that won't run out of the bullpen in any big situations. I know he can handle it.